Hello, BookTube. I have a book review for you today. I guess it's kind of a review. I'm not used to formal reviews or anything. I do them on Goodreads and occasionally Amazon, although I don't like to do them on Amazon. There's so much crooked junk going on Amazon. So.
And formal reviews, they don't seem right when you're doing a video like this. We don't really expect to watch a formal review. You expect to read one. So he's gonna give you. This is a book I haven't read. I'm here to look pretty.
Yeah, this is a book. Well, she's gonna ask some questions and stuff like that if she wants to, and it's mostly because I don't like to do videos by myself. Although I'll get used to it eventually. But we have American Predator: The Hunt for the Most Meticulous Serial Killer of the 21st Century by Maureen Callahan. I finished this a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, and it was a hard read, but not because it was a bad book. It was a hard read because it was an amazingly detailed depiction of possibly the most disturbing serial killer I've ever read about.
Yeah, it took him several days to get through this book, and it was because he kept having to put it down.
I kept having to put it down and read something else. So I was reading it 25, 30 pages at a time some days, and the last day I just said, forget it, and I read the last 150 pages or so. And it was an amazing experience. I mean, Israel Keyes was a man that they believe killed 11 people. They're not 100% sure. You'll learn all this in this book. They're not 100% sure. He just said less than a dozen.
Tell him about the kill kits.
One of the most interesting things that he did was so he didn't have to travel the country with illegal weapons and ropes and tape and killing items in his car. Yeah, and shovels to bury his kills and things like that. He buried kill kits all over the country that he thought he may be when he thought he may be in the area and he needed someone to kill. And I think a need is what he had. This man was disgusting. Like, do I recommend the book? If you're not prone to nightmares, if you're not prone to, illness of the stomach when reading some disturbing things, then absolutely I recommend it.
If you aren't easily traumatized,
I would say it's one of the best things I read this year so far. Top 5 for sure. I haven't read that much, but I've read enough to know that this is an excellent book. This is.
It's effective.
It's effective. The author did exactly what she set out to do, which is not only to disturb and to upset, but to also inform. She is a journalist who you can tell has done her homework. This is a case where the FBI screwed it up. Surprise, surprise. And I would say if you haven't read this book and you're on the fence about it, take what I said and decide if it's for you to read. Because Israel Keyes may not be as prolific as Ted Bundy, may not be as prolific as even John Wayne Gacy, but he is even more disturbing than either one of those, because not only could he not help himself, to him, this was just something he did.
Was he portrayed as a psychopath or a sociopath or?
Oh, absolutely a sociopath. Absolutely, but he's 100% sane, and he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew it was wrong, and just didn't care. Not only did he not care, it was just what he did. This is almost like, do you remember the Joker from the Dark Knight story, from the Dark Knight film? Heath Ledger, the way he played him. This is Israel Keyes, but Israel Keyes is controlled. Whereas the Joker had no control. The Joker lost control. Israel Keyes never lost control, and he got away with this for a very, very long time because of that. He made one mistake, and that one mistake got him caught.
Yeah.
So this man, if not for that one mistake, would still be out there. And it's hard to read something like this and then for 3 or 4 days not look over your shoulder.
Well, it defies understanding. The guy had 2 children and a wife. He killed someone, left their body in their shed while they went on vacation.
Yeah. Killed someone, leaves for 2 weeks the next day. Within like 12 hours. Comes back 2 weeks later, and you won't believe where the story goes from there.
Yeah, he read me some excerpts from the book, and oh my God.
Yeah.
Whew.
It is a book I absolutely recommend. And I'm not going to give you trigger warnings and all that stuff. You've had that. You know, there's rape. There's it even goes beyond that. There's rape. There's murder. There's gory goings on. But these are real. This is the kind of thing that disturbs me. Horror novels don't do that to me. They don't disturb me. Yes, they entertain me, and but they don't give me nightmares, which this didn't really either. But it certainly disturbed me and made me lose a little bit of sleep. It took me a while to get to sleep after reading it and things like that. And that's just something that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, I've never seen a book or a video or anything disturb him the way this one did. I've never seen him have to put a book down. It's kind of like me in The Shining.
Yeah.
Having to put the book down after the topiary scene. Ugh.
But I would say you should read this book. Take what I said earlier and then read it. It is a very worthy book, for the story. And the story's over. You'll learn that.
Yeah.
While this book is while this book's going on.
We don't have to worry about him anymore.
No, we don't have to worry about him anymore. But there are more out there like him. Maybe not exactly.
Oh man, that's scary.
Yeah, it is. But the book needs to be read. So.
And the story needed to be told.
Yeah, the story had to be told.
It's something to learn from.
Yeah, and most people have never heard of Israel Keyes. The thing about it is, it was kept under wraps for a long time. This is the first publication that has gone this in depth. There may be future publications that go farther in depth, and I think Israel Keyes will go down as one of the most studied serial killers in history.
I can't imagine something going more in depth.
Yeah, I know. Well, the story itself is actually quite short, so that's the only reason she was able to cut it off where she was.
Right.
So, yeah, I say everybody should go read this, but read it with care.
Read it at your own risk.
Yeah, read it at your own risk. Read it with care, and but read it.
Yeah.